What's up, everybody? Welcome back to A Beer a Day with TK. It is a Monday evening. The Eagles finally came through and won yesterday, so I had a decent Sunday. And I'm just hanging out today, getting ready to relax and have a beer at the house. The beer I have on offer today is Holland 1839. This is a beer that I picked up from Aldi. This wasn't part of the Advent calendar that I've been reviewing, but I picked up a 6-pack of this. It kind of looks like a Heineken knockoff, obviously. We got the green bottle. It's a beer from the Netherlands, kind of looks like a pale Euro Lager. So we're going to check this out today. So what's kind of interesting is this beer is from the Royal Schwinkels family brewery, and they are from Lieshout, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, in the Netherlands. When you look into the history of this brewery, it's quite interesting. These guys are like some of the other European breweries I talked about before, in that they're not a one-trick pony that only does beer. So they do beer, they do soft drinks, and they also do malt. So they produce malt and sell it to other breweries all over the world. Kind of interesting. In addition, usually when we look at these breweries, like the ones we look at, the Martins one before, they have some of their own stuff, and then they farm out some others. But usually it's stuff I've never heard of or things you don't really see in the U.S. This brewery does actually have beers that I've seen in the U.S. and quite a number, to be honest. So they do Bavaria, they do La Trappe, they do Rodenbach, Palm, Steenbruge, and Hollandia. None of them are particularly awesome beers, but still they're beers that are in the U.S. market, and you can find them if you're looking for them. They're not terrible. So unlike some of the others that make kind of beers, I guess, that are exclusively sold in Europe, they have a pretty decent representation in the U.S. They also had a bunch of other beers that they do, but I hadn't seen them before. I guess they're Europe exclusives. So it's a brewery with quite a big portfolio. Also quite interesting, when you looked into the history of the brewery, there is a little bit of controversy. So I guess the brewery's from, it says 1839 on the cap here. In 2007, the European Commission imposed fines on this brewery, as well as Heineken and Grolsch, for being part of a price-fixing scheme in the Netherlands. So I guess the heads of these breweries are all getting together and conspiring to keep prices high and kind of control prices, and then they were punished. What makes this, they should make a TV movie on this. What made it even more interesting is there was a fourth brewery that was involved in these tactics, and it was InBev. The evil empire themselves, InBev, was involved. While Grolsch, Heineken, and Royal Schwinkels all took the hit and took a financial penalty, InBev must have ratted on them. So it says they provided information that helped in the prosecution of the others. So not only has InBev turned out crap beers, they ratted on the other breweries, man. That's craziness. I never thought I'd be reading that when I looked into the history of a brewery, right? Despite the fact that they were indicted or the European Commission fined them for price fixing, it looks like in 2019, Wim van de Donk, cool name, right? Wim van de Donk, commissioner of the King of the province of Brabant, or Brabant, announced that the Schwinkels family brewery would from now on have royal predicate, officially naming the brewery Royal Schwinkels Family Breweries. So I guess if you fix prices and try to rip off the Dutch people, you get rewarded by the crown. Not a very good job there, guys. All right, let's move on to the beer. Green bottle, so that's probably not the best sign right away. Frequently these bottles get skunked. Let's hope this one isn't. It actually doesn't smell it, I'm surprised. Going with the Heineken glass today. Okay, color, very light and clear. So this is kind of a really light golden color. You can see right through it, fairly clear, really effervescent. We got a ton of bubbles going on there. Seems like a pretty decent head. It's about a thumb's width, basically. Kind of nice white head, doesn't look bad. Smell, not a lot. The one thing I'm happy is I'm not beat over the head with the skunk smell. Seems like the last couple kind of Euro Lager beers that I did were all skunked to the point where they weren't really, noticeable. Yeah, this smells nice. Kind of get a little bit of a malt sweetness, but not a cloying sweetness like you'd get with adjunct lagers. A little bit of sweetness, a little bit of a floral hop thing going on. This is not too bad. Definitely light, definitely crisp, but I don't really think it's watery. I mean, it's got a decent body to it. But it is a light Euro lager, pale lager kind of thing. I honestly don't think this is too bad. I think you get a bit of malt. First thing that gets you, kind of get a little bit of a peppery hops. Not really that piney taste that you get with hops. Sometimes this is more of a peppery one, which isn't bad. It's not a big taste, but you get a little bit of the pepperiness, and then kind of just like a nice Pils malt kind of thing going on, and that's about it. Honestly, not a whole lot. It's a drinkable beer. You don't have the skunky taste you get with a lot of these. Kind of have a nice, light, refreshing taste. A little bit of the peppery hops, kind of middle of the road malt flavor. Inoffensive. You could drink a bunch of these, fairly sessionable. The only thing that might worry me a bit is those bubbles. I bet you'd be burping like crazy after you drink one or two of these. It's got a lot of bubbles going on there. I'm surprised. I didn't think I was going to like this. Holland 1839, Royal Schwinkels family brewery. Pretty decent job on this. Not a bad beer. Gets a thumbs up. I would drink another. If you like the video, please hit the thumbs up, hit that like button below. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe. And as always, if you have any comments or questions, jump in below in the comments. I'm happy to interact with everybody and see what you think about this beer if you've had it. But if you have any friends or family that are interested in beer videos, please share it. Always looking to grow the conversation and talk more about beer. Hey, until next time, cheers.